All right. So, welcome everyone. My name is Benny Ferguson. I channel the non-physical collective known as Abraham, and this is another Accelerating Your Journey episode. This is a presentation of consciousness ascending. We want to thank everyone and for being here, whether you're here live or finding this recording. We're excited for each of you, and we're excited for the opportunity to be of support. If you find value in these interactions, in these conversations, we want to suggest you look to the description and register for the next conscious discussion where we actually have live conversations via Zoom with individuals who are aspiring to be powerful conscious creators, aspiring to know the truth of them in source now, not after they make their transition, those aspiring to be free of the fear conditioning that limits them, that causes them to hesitate, that keeps them from expressing their truth now in this life. Again, we're excited for each of you. We're excited to be of support, and we love you very much. The topic of today's discussion is infinity, the idea of infinity, the expression of infinity. We'll get it cleaned up a little bit, but it's about the idea of infinity. Let's get started. Let's talk about infinity for a moment. Infinity meaning not so much the possibility of infinity, but the feeling of infinity and what that means and how it affects you as one who is aspiring to be a powerful, conscious creator. When you think about infinity, what do you think of? You think of open, you think of expansive, you think of without end, without limit, without boundary. That's what you think of. Now, how does that feel? It almost feels breathtaking, right? Infinity. It almost feels breathtaking. It feels expansive, as we said. It feels open. It definitely takes you beyond the realms of your physical body. If you be still right now and you entertain the idea of infinity, it takes you beyond the edges of your body. It doesn't go in a specific direction. It reaches out in all directions. And the critical piece we want you to understand is to notice how it feels. Notice how it feels. Notice the energy that you can feel present, tingling within the body. Now, as you entertain this energy, this feeling, notice what's not there. Notice the weight that is not there that you often feel in your daily life. Notice the heaviness. Notice that which is born of fear. There's no insecurity there and how that feels. There is no stress there and how that feels. There is no hesitation there and how that feels. There's nothing of low vibration there in any associated feeling. All of the things that separate you from your desires. Now, let's go back to that feeling of infinity. And if alignment is alignment, which it is, the feeling of infinity aligns you with what? It aligns you with feelings, it aligns you with the expressions, and it aligns you with the reflections in the mirror, all colored and coded with the feeling of infinity. And what's there? Well, breathtaking relationship is there if it is colored and coded with the feeling of infinity. Health and well being is there to the level that is coded with the feeling of infinity, abundance in all ways and areas and possibilities and potentialities is there if it's colored and coded as it is colored and coded with the feeling of infinity. Your job and career success is there, laced, colored, coded with the feeling of infinity. Your business success is there, laced, colored with the feeling of infinity. When you identify the feeling place of beautiful ideas, of expansive ideas, we're playing with the idea of infinity today, but when you entertain the feeling of expansive ideas, we want you to first notice what's not there as you entertain those ideas. And next, notice what is there and what it aligns you with. This is an incredibly powerful exercise because it gives you insight into what? Into the truth of you. When you entertain the truth of you in source, we offer a what we call a sphere process to those we support in private sessions and those who are participating in the private community, the Ascension Accelerator, know this process very well. But a piece of this process is going to asking your inner being to take you to the truth of you in source, for you to commune in that space and create contrast between the truth of you in source and whatever challenge, conditioning, programming, inner conflict that may be present that you're wrestling with at the moment that is hindering the creation of the experiences that you desire. And in the truth of you in source, the hesitation is not there. It's never there. The fear is never there. The insecurity is never there. That which is creating weight within the body is never there because it's not of the truth of you in source. And anytime you entertain an idea that is of high frequency, one such as infinity, it gives you reference to the truth of you in source by establishing what is not there, what is not present in the feeling. We just was having a conversation with an individual, session with an individual, ended not 15 minutes ago, where we discussed getting into alignment, getting to the vibration of higher experience, and the many ways that one can do that. Simple, simple, simple. So much of this stuff is made complicated, appears to be complicated, but it's not. It's about the vibration, your energy expression, period. No matter how you get there, favorite song, entertainment, favorite color, whatever it may be. We, in the flow of the conversation, got into the idea of on your YouTube, pulling up the most beautiful houses in the world, the most beautiful homes in the world. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for a home, it doesn't matter whether you care about homes or not. It's not about the material thing, it's not about the physical thing, it's about the feeling. It's about cultivating the feeling because it's most likely that the feeling space that it would put you in is not your norm. When you think about infinity, when you think about boundless abundance, there's a feeling that goes along with it that it's highly likely that it's not your normal vibrational expression. You don't walk around feeling that way. But when you just entertain the idea, the visuals of the most beautiful landscapes in the world, the most beautiful homes from the creator's perspective in the world, the most beautiful cars, any of those type things that have been created by humanity that are beautiful or that have been deemed valuable. you're on this plane of existence. And so you have these ideas and this type of conditioning, and there's nothing wrong with it. We're talking about how it makes you feel. We're talking about the energy space that it places you in. And that if alignment is alignment, well, the energy space that these beautiful ideas place you in align you with experiences that are laced and coated of the same energy. So it's about conditioning yourself to those feeling states, being consistent at offering those feeling states so that your experience can begin to mirror the energies that you're offering with consistency. And that's why we bring forth the idea of infinity, entertaining the idea of infinity. Notice how infinity is open ended. It's not a thing, it's an idea. It's not a specific thing that you can taste, touch, smell, or hear. It's not something that you can grasp. It's not somewhere you can go. It's not something you can take a picture of. It's an idea. But everyone understands the idea that it is an infinite, eternal space, that it has no boundaries. And that's what we want you to feel. Feel the space, the energy, the feeling of having no boundaries, having no edges, having no limits, and then noticing in that feeling what is not there. And there are many things that you walk around with. There are many things that you're holding now. There are many things that you come in contact with, states of being that are not in that feeling of infinity. This is what we want you to be aware of. So that you can begin to be more consistent at offering infinite type states of being, infinite type vibrational expressions that are free of the energies that align you with undesired experiences. That's the point. That's the power because you have control over your energy signature, the vibrations that you're offering. You are responsible for your energy signature, the vibrations that you are offering. The responsibility does not lie with that outside of you that triggered the feeling. The responsibility lies with you to address and release and transform the triggers once you are aware that they are there. And that play and practice is the process of transformation, the practice of transformation. That play and practice is empowering. That play and practice is revealing of the truth of you in source because the more you whittle away at those ideas of conditioning and programming holding you in low vibration, the more you realize the truth of you, the more light born of the truth of you that is allowed to be expressed through you, the more potentials and possibilities born of that level of expression is allowed to materialize around you. And the stronger you get in the truth of you that is free of hesitation, that is able to act quickly on its inspirations, on your inspirations, living the life that is possible for you, guided by your inner being at every step of the way. As long as you're living a life guided by your conditioning, you're not living your life. You're living a life, yes. You're creating experience, yes, perfectly and precisely, beautifully, even, born of the information that is being sown into your inner creative process. But it's not born of the truth of you in source. For your conditioning is masking over your inspirations. Your conditioning limits you from being able to act on your inspirations. Most of you know the things you're inspired to do. You know the person that you feel inspired to be. You have experiences that you feel inspired to create. Beautiful relationships, successful careers or businesses, travels, vacations, connections, all of these things. In your own individual way, you feel inspired to do things. And you know what those inspirations are. You felt them. They feel high. They feel exciting. They feel energetic. But at the same time, many of you have failed to act on those inspirations. And that which is sourcing the hesitation is the resistance, is the inner conflict born of fear. It's the conflict. It's the reason for that word conflict. In conflict with what? It's the conditioning that you have been programmed to that's in conflict with the truth of you desiring to be expressed. And the more you entertain expansive ideas that cause you to generate and express expansive, high vibrational states, the more you begin to see the conditioning that is present within the mind and body, which in turn allows you to play and practice with that conditioning to release it, to transform it, thus recreating yourself and aligning yourself more and more, discovering more and more the truth of you in source. That's the reason. That's the point. And that's our discussion for today. At this time, we will check to see if there's anyone that has any questions or comments that they would like to discuss. We will take a few moments to entertain those. Mm. If you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the chat and we'll delve into them. Absolutely, Catherine. Catherine says, thank you for another perspective and way to handle resistance. Awesome. Excellent. Again, we're excited to be of support. All right. So, again, we're thankful very much for this platform. We're thankful very much for each of you who have participated energetically in the creating of this experience. We're thankful for each of you who have found this recording and allowed us to be of support. If you have found value and you are inspired to participate in the conversation live, we do again offer the conscious discussions that now we host on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you look to the description, you can follow that link and get more information on this. Register, get the Zoom information so that you can participate in the live conversation via Zoom whenever you're inspired. We'd love to see you there. Our purpose is to support you in accelerating this process of growth and expansion, accelerating your journey of enlightenment so that you can come to know the truth of you in source now, free of resistance, free of the fear, so that you can live your life from that space. That's what we're excited about. And with that being said, we love you very much. Have a fantastic day. and we will talk to you soon.